Hello kids, we welcome you to our KIDSLAND family.
So kids, as usual, our teacher Mamo Kanu is in touch today to do today's lesson for you. So let's hand over the program to our teacher.
Yes, Joanna, today we are talking about the shepherd boy of Bethlehem. Now let's go to today's lesson, the shepherd boy of Bethlehem. After Saul had been king of Israel for a few years, Samuel was deeply troubled about him, for he had hoped that he would be as truly a king as he looked. But he had a strange and willful spirit that led him to turn away from the counsel of the Lord and follow his own way. Samuel had been grieved again and again by Saul's rashness, until at last he said to him when he had taken the spoil of the enemy to sacrifice to the Lord, "To obey is better than sacrifice, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He hath also rejected thee from being king." And he went to his house and mourned over Saul, for he had loved him. At last the Lord told Samuel to cease from mourning for Saul, for he had rejected him, but to fill his horn with oil, and go to Bethlehem where Jesse lived, for he had chosen one of the sons of Jesse to be king in place of Saul. Samuel went to Bethlehem leading a heifer, as the Lord had told him to do, that he might hold a sacrifice. He told the elders of the city to make ready for the sacrifice, and when he had found the house of Jesse, he called him and his sons. Jesse was the grandson of Ruth and Boaz, and on the fields, no doubt, where Ruth gleaned. When Samuel saw Eliab, the son of Jesse, he said, "Surely the Lord's anointed is before him." But the Lord said, "Look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart." Then Jesse called Abinadab, but Samuel said, "The Lord hath not chosen this." Then he made Shammah to pass before him, but Samuel said, "Neither hath the Lord chosen this." Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel, but Samuel said, "The Lord hath not chosen these. Are here all thy children?" Said Samuel, "There remaineth yet the youngest, and he keepeth the sheep." Jesse replied. Then Samuel said, "Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither." So Jesse sent out into the sheepfolds on the hillsides outside the city to bring the lad David in. What did the boy think when he found his father and his brothers waiting, with the old prophet in the midst? What did it mean that the eye of the seer was set upon him, as were the eyes of all in the house? The young shepherd boy. The young shepherd boy. Samuel saw a noble youth, ruddy and of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. He had been told that he must not look on the outward appearance, for the Lord seeth not as man seeth. And so he waited a little until the Lord said, "Arise, anoint him, for this is he." Then he took the horn of oil, and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. And Samuel went back to his house in Ramah. It may be that his father and his brothers did not understand that the boy had been called to be king over Israel. But a new spirit of wisdom, and love, and strength came upon David. And though he went back to his father's flocks with no thought of being greater than his brothers, he went with a new song in his heart which he sang to the little harp he had made while watching the sheep. Long after, when he was king of Israel, he made in memory of these days the beautiful psalm to be sung in the temple beginning, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want."
So kids, today we learned a lot about the story of Israel. We hope that your life will get many things from this.
If you are not connected to our website yet, connect to our website today and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then you can watch as soon as we post a video.
This is the KIDSLAND family.